Hello, my dears. I have not done live reading or a card reading in a while, and as I was setting up for this today, I felt this deck, and I haven't even touched this deck in probably a couple years. So I felt the call, I listened to it, here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and read a few cards here. For those of you that are new to my channel, I am Sitara. I'm ranked top 5 female psychic medium in the US by the American Federation of Certified Psychics and Mediums. I've been a practicing professional psychic for over 13 years now, born a medium, terrified of my abilities, tried to turn them off and run away as fast and hard as I could through my early adolescence. By my early 20s, I decided to turn and face them and really see what all of it was about. It was interesting. I had an experience just kind of feeling like my abilities going unchecked were more detrimental than the fear I had of learning how to use them. I had to mature into them. I had to mature into my abilities, which is why I'm really passionate about teaching empaths, psychics, intuitives, how to harness and understand their abilities. So I believe that, yes, everyone is psychic. I do believe that because we are all energy beings before we come into this body, and we will be energy beings when we leave this body. So that being said, we are already energetic beings inside of this form. So with that being said, when we learn how to harness and understand and cultivate our own psychic abilities, it really becomes a powerful advantage in life. When I first started developing mine, I literally felt like I was cheating. I felt like I had found cheat codes, or there was something there that, just changed the playing field a bit. So in that sense, I just get I'm really passionate about being able to help people learn how to and understand their own sensitivities. I believe our emotions are markers to be able to teach us and show us what's going on in our life. Your intuitive abilities, your natural sense of awareness is a guiding compass that when you learn to trust your intuition, when you learn to listen and harness and understand and cultivate a more keen sense of awareness of your intuition, all sorts of really powerful things open up in like miraculous ways. So with that, I really am excited to see what these cards have in store for us. I was just kind of checking to see if they're all one way or if they're all flipped. So with that, let's go ahead and take a nice big deep breath in, anchoring your root chakra connection right there at the base of your spine, all the way down to the center of Mama Gaia. Releasing, allowing, replenishing. Beautiful. So as we call in divine truth and love into the sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards here. Go ahead and set your intention. What is it that you would like to have some clarity on? What is a particular area? The more specific you can be with your question, the more specific these answers or realizations can be. I have a library of probably over 100 of these 3-card readings that have been recorded years prior, but you can actually go on my channel and check them out and see. I believe that every reading is recorded in a no time, no space. So if there's something going on for you and you're looking for some sort of clarity, some sort of guidance, some sort of maybe aha that will move the energy or help you move the energy, those readings, those sessions still bring really valuable connections and really valuable ahas. So with that, let's go ahead and pull these 3 cards. Ishiotraya naka upuku atronaka I siatrihi iana wapu atuna haaka satia I muapu tronaka sisi ti iana haapuaka. All right, so again, we're working with the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I know that's backwards for you, but by John Holland. Yes, I have a dog. A dog that got a hold of my decks every now and then. All right, so these three cards, they can represent past, present, future. They can also just represent like beginning, middle, end, where you have been, what you have been able to move through, what you've been able to let go of, where you're at now, and what's moving forward for you. So as we turn these over and as we hear what is available for us, go ahead and see how they relate to you in your world and in your life in a way that resonates for you. Because we're doing a general reading, you are your own guru. You know what resonates with you and what's helpful. So be honest with yourself, and hopefully these next few minutes will help you to just do some gentle shifts so that you can see your world with a bit more clarity. Beautiful. So we have the well-deserved reward. This one is showing up in the past position. So what this is showing me is that the work that you have been putting in has been bearing fruit. So the well-deserved reward is that your dedication, your perseverance, your grit, your tenacity. You know that the only thing in scientific studies and research that they have done, the only thing that separates people who've had success from people who fail is grit. It's tenacity. It's being able to find those pockets where you want to give up and being able to move forward and say, I'm not stopping now. I'm going to keep going. So it's not necessarily about knowing when to quit. It's saying that this card is showing you the well-deserved reward. So you are coming into a place of blessing. You're coming into a place of receiving. You're coming into a place of harvesting all of the effort and energy that you have put in. There's a lot that's coming forward and there's a lot that's coming to you. So this well-deserved reward it's almost like it's imminent. So if you're sitting there going, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What's happening? It's absolutely here for you. And if you can envision yourself receiving the abundance of that harvest right now, the abundance that's coming through, the abundance that's clarifying, the abundance that's really purifying the intention of what you've been working towards, knowing that what it is that you're working towards is also your path of growth. It's your path of expansion. So any areas or places where you've been holding yourself back are going to come up for review. Any patterns of yourself where you have been sabotaging, they're going to come up for review. So do your best to find those places, find those pockets, and just move through them as gently and easily. Basically, you'll be standing there on the podium of your own well-deserved reward, knowing that the energy and effort that you've put into it is coming to a place of receptivity, of receiving, of harvesting. Beautiful. So the next card that we have is Crown Chakra. So Crown Chakra right here. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a crown chakra clearing. So go ahead, you can even just tap on the crown of your head. If there's any static energy, any energy that isn't yours, any energy that isn't associated with your absolute highest and best. So your crown chakra is your connection to your divinity, your connection to your higher self. So if you're feeling that there is a clog or that you're not able to really fully connect, we'll go ahead and take this opportunity to clear that energy. And just feel yourself healing yourself. Let your mind move out of the way and know that because you're here in this container, you will be feeling your higher self, healing yourself, moving that energy out of the way as you are recognizing it, seeing it, and whatever it is. I hanai I kia otsuturuno no puakuatarai. I siatrono ya wapuanaka I tiatrono ko pusiatrai. Ia wakuanakai ia kiotrono ha upusutrono ia kuatarai ia ha akapunakai. I siatrai I hi a koapuna ha okupusususususu. Ia trai I ha upunakai. Beautiful. So breathing deep and breathing easy on what is working best for you. As you are growing, practice your discernment with what feels good to you. There's a difference like when you're growing, and especially if you're working with a mentor, if you're finding people in the online space that are guides, whatever that dynamic is, be aware that it's up to you to utilize your own discernment by acknowledging. There's a difference on getting stuck on a pattern within yourself that your ego identity does not want to break down. So it's very easy to project that onto other people and say, okay, there's something going on here, and you want to like create a story about why you shouldn't be, learning in that way or from them in any sort of dynamic. It's very common actually. And so when you're recognizing that pattern, it's very different than being able to utilize your discernment. That if something isn't, feeling to sneeze, excuse me, if something isn't feeling quite right to you in your gut, in your intuition, then listen to that. There's a lot of weird in this field. So it's really important for us to continue to move through and shift through our own growth consciously, very presently, acknowledging what's there and available for us to continue to ascend, and being able to know what is coming through. So then we have here number 9, again, our darkest fears. So this is a card, obviously, that can sometimes make you like contract, right? You see it and it's like, ooh, the darkest fears. But the beauty in this, right? It's interesting because this image has a very illuminated crown chakra, and it's like the illumination of that crown chakra. It's like it's almost the sun shining on these moons that are here just kind of revolving, right? So accessing the information that is in the image of this card is also identifying that when we acknowledge our deepest and our darkest fears, that when we face them, when we see what it is that we are most afraid of, what it is that we are avoiding most, what it is that we do not want to acknowledge, and what it is that we do not want to see within ourselves first. When we face that, it dissolves the charge and the hold that the fear has on you. So whatever pattern is within you that is holding you back from being able to see how powerful of a creator you are in your own world, and that these fears that are being held in your energetic body are actually able to be neutralized by your desire and your willingness to face them. Oa siatrona ia kuna apua karai. Ia tuana haa ua suyua apua hiikia. Ia tonoa o apua tarai. Ia huonua pua haatarai. Ia siatronoa o apua haakarai. Ia suatronoa pua ka. Ia kia tarai. Ia wapuno apua sutrona kai. Ia siotrona haakarai. Beautiful. So we have these 3 cards. We have the well-deserved reward. This is showing up in the past position, but this is also showing up in your ability to be able to see that your efforts are being rewarded, that the energy and time you've put into it are being rewarded. The crown chakra clearing is really owning your ideas, owning your decisions, and owning your ability, your autonomy in your body. Nobody is dedicated to your dreams, your visions, and what it is that you want to create like you. Literally nobody. You are the one that is going to be able to create the deepest desires of your heart. And it takes a lot of courage to be able to do that. So when you're able to find that courage within yourself to acknowledge the deepest and darkest fears that are there that could potentially be holding you back right now, it's like when you release, when you find that release of the darkest fears, that shift will take place for you in a way that honors the integrity within. So I'm going to pull one more card. There we go. Beautiful. So we have, I love this. We have giving and receiving, and we have reach out. So the giving and receiving and reach out, these are indicators that there are helpful people that are in your sphere, that are in your circle, that are ready and willing to be able to help you get to where you want to be. So the matter of giving and receiving, the receptivity, the scales being balanced. So if you have been an overgiver or a chronic overgiver, if you are afraid to reach out, if you do not want to ask for help, that's hyper independence. Hyper independence is a trauma response from not being supported when you were growing up in early adolescence. So to be able to break down these patterns, the lessons here are being able to ask for help and knowing that the giving and receiving the blessings of what it is that's coming to you in your world to help you overcome whatever challenges are there for you right now are going to start amplifying. And they're going to start expanding, and they're going to continue to grow as you keep committing on a daily basis to what it is that you are focused on in your absolute dreams, visions, and goals that are aligned to your purpose. And that's why I place my hand on my heart. It's not about what you think you want. It is about what's going on here in the core of your heart, in the core of your beingness. So with that, my sweet friends, I hope that you found resolve. I hope that you have found peaceful and graceful ease as these cards have come through today, and that the message meets your heart in an absolutely beautiful, beautiful place. So sending you prayers to what it is that you are creating. And of course, if you are interested and ready to learn more about Rise. Rise is our ongoing program where I'm leading live classes on a weekly basis to be able to support visionaries, intuitives, entrepreneurs, even realtors, something along those lines, where people have an open stream of income, where you have the throttle on how much money you can make. And the reason that we're focused on that, there are a lot of elements of healing and resolve and learning how to develop your own intuitive abilities. But I find that it's really fun to become the alchemist of what it is that you are creating in your world. And of course, money is a measurement, money is a tool, money is an energy in this world. So when we move past those limitations or those blocks internally for yourself, you're able to see how that mirrors and matches you in your outer world. So if that is something that is calling to you, if you're feeling that intuitive inclination, please do. You can put a message in the comments here, or you can find me on Instagram at sitara.speaks and send a message there. Me and my team are quite active on making sure that we get every single message. So with that, you are invited if that is something that is of interest to you. I look forward to hearing about your dreams, your visions, your passions, what it is that you want to create, and of course, seeing if I can fulfill my own purpose in helping you reach those goals and those visions. So with that, my sweet friends, as we go forth, may we integrate the healing and the lessons received with courage, self-love, and compassion. Our session and connection here today is very much complete.